he hasn't got some high Templar as yet. And that EMP going off, and lots of Dragoons are going to start to die really quickly. Once those shields go down on the Protoss units, and Archons, which is interesting, because if those Archons get EMP'd, even a Zealot, even a Broodling spawned from a Queen could take them down. More SCVs getting transferred in that dropship to that 12 o'clock position. He's just trying to. There's a lot of mines. I mean, the whole map is a minefield. Stork pushing in again with this Dragoon force, and really good stasis. And those Archons coming in. There's a whole lot of blue death and good storms, really good storms, taking down those Goliaths and those tanks and the Vultures. And really, I think that might have been the turning point. Really, yeah, just those storms absolutely crippled mine's tanks, and because they obviously are stationary, they don't really move around much. Now moving into that sort of inwards just below the 3 o'clock base. He'll be forced out though out of tanks coming in, so he's going to be blocked in. But those Archons will have done enough, I'd imagine. Yeah, more tanks coming in. That'll probably go down quite quickly. Yeah, last Dragoon dies. So Mind is able to hold on to that base. And Stork actually hasn't got many probes at that natural of the top left. He really needs to get a few more probes there. I think that Nexus did go down a while ago, but I'd imagine he'd put the Nexus back up straight away instead of leaving it for too long. He must have just forgot to put probes, to queue probes, which is fair enough because he's got a lot of other stuff to think about. Yeah, these Dragoons are. He's gone very Dragoon heavy. I think it's against all those tanks though, and the EMPs. I think Mind has actually been able to do a very good job, just really wiping out those Dragoons, and I think that dropship, yeah, going to get taken down. I think I saw Stork was mined out at his 3 o'clock, I think it was. So both players are actually going to be running out of res really quite quickly. There aren't many expansions to take, and this force probably will get taken down. Those Dragoons able to do a lot of damage. A lot of damage to that tank force. More Arbiters, a shuttle, some more High Templar. He has a lot of Arbiters out, but I haven't seen any recalls. Except for the one or two. He's got +2 shield. And I haven't been able to see his ground units, but I'd imagine that they're somewhere in the order of 3 or 2 on both armor and attack. That 12 o'clock up for Mind, although it doesn't have many turrets, and it looks like even 4 Zealots are going to be able to take it down. No. Battle's going all over the place. Some tanks shelling that expansion of Storks. I couldn't see where it was because I couldn't see which expansion it was. It's the natural of the top left, and a lot of Dragoons out for Stork. Mind has been forced to lift his command center up at that 12 o'clock, so all those probes have been wiped out, all those SCVs have been wiped out. He won't be able to mine from there. Lots of turrets, and this shuttle is going to have to back off. But yeah, this tank has still managed to survive. It's going to take down that refinery. And an Arbiter, it's going to recall before it gets taken down. And that EMP going off and those vultures coming in, but there's just a whole lot of Dragoons. I think my Stork only losing one vulture there. Mine does have tanks, but they are shooting up the ridge, and oh my god, mine's entire SCV line just gets completely stormed, and he just loses all of his mining. And those Dragoons and tanks, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call it here. I think that those storms have really just given Stork the edge. Yeah, I think this is GG. Mine's lost too much of his force, too much of his economy to be able to do anything. And some really good micro by Stork. He's been able to attack simultaneous fronts and really just sort of push on and recall. The Korean commentators are screaming recall. And yeah, I think this is GG. I'd imagine it to be called any time soon, really. These past two games have been really really enormous economic games, and I don't know. I wish I could see how much resources each player had. The difference in this game between the Nada and the game before, the Nada Stork game, which I commented that I had deja vu, is that Mind has actually been able to protect, or rather, Stork hasn't attacked Mind's main and taken out all of his factories, and this group is going to get recalled, yeah, right into there. And I think once these tanks go down, I think he'll have to GG. I mean, he's got no other choice. It is quite clearly over. These last two expansions that are up and running have just been completely obliterated. He's out of science vessels. He's having to use scans to spot those cloaked units. Just mines everywhere. Those Dragoons and Zealots, just sort of those Zealots mine sweeping, taking one for the team. And GG by Nada, yeah, mine, sorry. Another really long, epic Protoss versus Terran game on a very economic map such as Andromeda. Yeah, high fives for Stork. He's taken out two quite good players in this round, and the next set is coming up, and that is against Kiki on Sinchong Ryong. So I'll be casting that soon. Thanks. 냉철한 판단에 이뤄진 그 판단력 하나하나가 너무나 황금 같았어요. 예, 판단도 허퉁이 하나도 없었고 움직임도 허퉁이 하나도 없었습니다. 그렇습니다.